from an undisclosed location in North America. You are watching episode 26 of Card to Card. This episode, some episodes are more lighthearted. This one's a little more scary. So this episode, we're talking about Old Green Eyes. And this is a card from the Cryptid Nation set of MetaZoo. This is from the second edition. But as you can see, the artwork on this is very grim and very bloody, very graphic, and I can assure you this is kind of a scary one. So this artwork here is by Poncho, and a very striking card. You see Old Green Eyes here, not someone you'd want to run into. And he's holding a man's head in his hand, and there's a lot of blood everywhere. So what is the deal with this? So who is Old Green Eyes, and what is this story? So Old Green Eyes is said to be a creature or some sort of entity that is found at night at this park called Chickamauga. This is near Lafayette, Georgia, and it's very eerie. The whole story of this just is very eerie. In fact, the name Chickamauga is Native American. It's a Native American word for river of death. So already not a park I'd want to go to. So, and even more ominous is that this was an arena for a huge battle, a very bloody Civil War battle, where nearly 40,000 troops died, and is of course has been turned into a historical park now. And we actually have a picture of the park. Let me get the picture ready here. So this is the park. You see, you can definitely see that there could have been a battle there. There in Georgia. So that's the park. And this creature has been described by eyewitnesses as a very tall creature with glowing green eyes. You can see that in the picture there. That walks on two legs and has long hair. And you can't really see that in this picture. And they say that the hair is practically down to the waist. And of course, since it's this ominous looking, it makes a horrifying moaning sound and has two long fangs. And you know, this is just what you don't want to run into hanging out or driving by a creepy old historical park in the middle of the night, right? So this creature was even reported to have been seen by Native Americans long before the Civil War battle. So this creature has a long history in that area. And during the Civil War battle, this creature was actually seen during the battle looking kind of looking over at the dead deceased soldiers. And we actually have an artist rendition of this creature. I don't know when it was made, but it kind of shows you this scene there at the battlefield. Now, of course, keep in mind, images can be disturbing. There's the artist rendition. You can see the soldiers down there and those ominous green eyes. This one does show the long hair, and really creepy. So we actually have a 1999 Georgia news feature on Old Green Eyes that we can show that, and it gives some more info and some eyewitness accounts, and kind of tell more about this story of Old Green Eyes. So let's go ahead and run that. This is from 1999, so that's 23 years ago. All right, let's go ahead and roll that.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Okay. Some people say Chickamauga Battlefield is haunted. I'm Mike DeForest, and along with photographer Ryan Hatch, there's Ryan, we are going to uncover the legend of Old Green Eyes. You've heard of Old Green Eyes?
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
That he's a ghost that wanders the battlefield?
I used to hear about him all the time. My grandmother used to tell me, you know, creeping around the houses and stuff a long time ago.
I believe there's an energy out there, some kind of especially on a full moon. Green eyes will get you every time.
There are several variations on the old Green Eyes story. In one tale, a Confederate soldier had become decapitated by a cannonball and now searches over the battlefield looking for his missing head. But perhaps the most reported story is that of a beast-like creature with glowing eyes and humongous fangs.
I remember one morning I was out there about 4 o'clock in the morning. I was walking down the road, and this apparition came out near whatever it was. As it passed me, he had on a long trench coat like a duster worn back in that day and time. But it turned slowly at me, and I turned slowly at it. And you can believe the hair on the nape of my neck stood up.
Some historians believe Old Green Eyes was actually here during the Civil War. At the Battle of Snodgrass Hill on this very spot in 1863, some soldiers reported seeing Old Green Eyes prowling over the bodies of their fallen comrades.
I wouldn't go out there looking for it because you might find it.
Although many Old Green Eyes sightings can be attributed to car headlights reflecting through the woods, others remain unexplained.
I know people don't believe in ghosts, but I know what I saw, and it wasn't human.
Well, we've been out here all night and no sign of Green Eyes. I guess it's just a figment of somebody's imagination. What is that, Ron? Oh no, we better get out of here. At Chickamauga Battlefield with photographer Ryan Hatch, Mike DeForest, Channel.
Okay, so that was really interesting. I think they're kind of hamming it up a little bit, but it shows you that there have been a lot of people who have seen this creature. It hasn't been just like just one sighting. Like some of these cryptids, there was just one sighting and that was it. But there's been sightings over hundreds of years of this creature. So it seems, when I think about the whole story, it seems that we have a very creepy park with a very dark history, and people are seeing something out there. And I have no doubt people, visiting there at night, wanting to a thrill or something. I mean, why would you go there at night? I have no idea. And people visiting there, they're looking for something, and they're going to be on edge. And we all know the imagination can run away with you when you're in that state. So this makes some people say that people are just seeing headlights, like reflecting from other cars in the park. I don't know, man. I don't think it would be a green color. I think you just see lights. And so they're seeing something. And if there is some sort of cryptid creature, it definitely sounds like one I would not want anything to do with. And is quite frightening indeed. So let's take a closer look at the art here. See if we see any Easter eggs in here. Yeah, disturbing card. I don't think Mezu does cards. This was from the first set of Mezu, and they had some cards that are pretty bloody. I think they've tried to be a little more game friendly since then. So this first set is always cracks me up because they have some really crazy art. But it does say it was born, the date of birth 1863, Snodgrass Hill. So that Snodgrass Hill is that battlefield that we were talking about at Chickamauga in Georgia. So that all checks out. The flavor text, I mean, it looks like he's at that place. You can see some trees in the background, and it's at night. And it's a scavenger of battlegrounds. This beastie has been spotted following armies as they march toward. So that also coincides with what the soldiers were witnessing out there during that battle. And man, you got so much stuff going on, and then there's some creature out there. Man, what an insane scenario there for those soldiers to be going through. But anyway, if you're ever at the Chickamauga Park at night, first of all, why would you be there at night? But if you are, you definitely want to keep your eyes out.